Unbelief of the Jewish leaders, part 1 of 4, John 7:45 through 46. Finally, the temple guards went back to the chief priests and the Pharisees, who asked them, "Why didn't you bring him in?" "No one ever spoke the way this man does," the guards replied. Now, we previously talked about these temple guards. There is something possibly noteworthy here. This is an obvious violation of the chain of command. The temple guard reports to the captain of the temple. The captain of the temple reports to the chief priests. Why are the temple guards going right to the chief priests? And why are the Pharisees involved? They're not even in the chain of command. And the chief priest is Caiaphas. Caiaphas is a Sadducee, but here we see him collaborating and hobnobbing with the Pharisees in a peculiar kind of way. We mentioned recently that these kind of collaborations were rare because there were considerable theological and social differences between the Pharisees and the Sadducees. The Sadducees, for edification purposes, they were like high church Jews. They were more wealthy and aristocratic. They rejected Jewish oral traditions and tended to stick solely to the Torah, although ironically, they were more open to Hellenism and what they considered to be pragmatic cooperation with the Romans. The Pharisees were kind of pedestrian by comparison. They embraced both written and oral traditions and believed in things that were supernatural. They were more popular with the masses in general. But in the case of that Jesus guy, the interests of the Pharisees and the Sadducees aligned. Jesus was a threat to them, or at least that's the way they saw it. And I am not entirely sure Jesus would disagree with that, although the particulars on what Jesus threatened would be drastically different between the ruling elite and Jesus himself.